Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys how to make the best chorizo. In case you guys want to know how to make this super easy and delicious recipe, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with our ingredients. So for the recipe we're going to need 2 pounds of beef ribeye or your choice of meat, 4 guajillo chile pods, 1 chile ancho, 4 chile de árbol, a small piece of cinnamon stick, a half a cup of white vinegar, 2 bay leaves, 3 whole cloves, 2 teaspoons of whole black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Mexican oregano, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, a half a teaspoon of whole cumin, a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1 tablespoon of salt. So these are ingredients. Now let's get started. Alright guys, so first we're going to start by cleaning out our chile pods. So just make sure that you clean them real good. And now we're going to remove the stem and the seeds. And you can cut them open. Just make sure you remove all of the seeds. And for the chile de árbol, I'm just going to remove the stem. And if you don't want your chorizo to be a little spicy, just don't add the chile de árbol. Alright, so once we have our chiles ready, now we are ready to lightly toast them. Alright, so we're going to set our comal to high heat, and we're just going to wait for that to heat up. Alright, so once our comal is ready, we're going to place our chile pods, and we're going to lightly toast them. So just leave them in there for a couple seconds and then flip them over just until they soften. And you don't want to burn your chiles, otherwise your sauce or your mix is going to be bitter. Alright, so once our chiles are ready, we're going to transfer them into our blender cup, and just make sure that your blender cup is dry. And just repeat the same process to the remaining chiles. Alright, so once they're ready, turn off your stove. Just transfer them to the blender cup. And now we are ready to make our chorizo mix. Alright, so to our blender, we're also going to add our 2 bay leaves, our 3 small whole cloves, our inch of cinnamon stick, so just 2 fingers, along with all of our spices. So now we're just going to pulverize all of our mix. Alright, so once we have everything pulverized, now we have our chorizo mix, so now we can get our meat ready. Alright, so now we're going to grab our ribeye steaks and we're going to cut them into small cubes. So we're just going to cut them into small cubes because we're going to be grinding them. And like I mentioned, you can use your favorite cut of meat. Just make sure that it is fatty. Alright, so once we have our meat ready, now we are ready to grind them. Alright, so I'm going to be using my mixer with a food grinder attachment. If you don't have one of these, you can use a food processor or you can finely chop your meat. Alright, so I'm just going to add my meat on here. Turn it on. Alright, so once we have our ground meat, now we are ready to make our chorizo. Alright, so now you're just going to grab your chorizo mix and just kind of brush it off so like that you don't leave any mix behind. Now we're just going to season our meat. Alright, so now we're just going to mix it with our meat. And to that we're going to add our vinegar and half a cup of water. So now just make sure that your meat is fully coated with our chorizo mix. Alright guys, so once our meat is fully coated with our chorizo mix, we have our chorizo ready. So at this point you can grab a little piece of meat and cook it to see if you want to adjust any of the seasonings. For me it is perfect every time, so I'm not going to adjust anything. So now once we have it ready, now we can wrap it so we can allow it to sit for a few hours. Alright, so we're just going to cover our chorizo with plastic wrap. And we're going to place it in the refrigerator overnight or for at least 3 hours. But the longer it sits, the better. Or you can also use plastic wrap to wrap your chorizo like that, just how I did here. But once we have that, now we're ready to cook our chorizo. All right guys, so like I mentioned, my chorizo has been sitting for a couple of days now. So today I'm just going to make chorizo tacos. So I have it set on medium-high heat and it's already hot. So I'm just going to throw in my chorizo. And of course you can cook it with eggs, with potatoes, with beans, however you want. This is seriously the best. And it already smells delicious. All right, so just break down your chorizo and cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes. Alrighty guys, so after 5 minutes, our chorizo is fully cooked now. And let me tell you that it smells delicious. And like I said, the longer it sits, the better. So now I'm just going to use the grease and cook my tortillas. Okay, and then we can make our tacos. Alrighty guys, so once our tortillas are ready, now we are ready to make our delicious chorizo tacos. Okay, so grab your chorizo. And honestly, just like that, they're so delicious. But we're going to top it with some salsa, cilantro, and onion. Alrighty, so once we have our tacos ready, we're just going to add some cilantro, some onion, and of course, the salsas. Got some salsa verde. And then you can serve it with your lemon. So now we are ready to enjoy our delicious tacos de chorizo. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. Now let me tell you guys that I am so ready. Chorizo, you know, it's honestly one of my favorites. You can add it, you know, with beans. You can make so much with chorizo. And the best part is that you can make it at home and you know exactly what goes into it. So now, ready? And my kids love it with egg, you know, egg burritos. That's what she was asking for, but today we're having taquitos. So cheers and enjoy. Seriously, the best chorizo. Really good. So good, so flavorful. And with the 4 chile de árbol, it's not spicy. I think it just has a really good taste. So good. Good. Alrighty guys, and there you have it on how to make the best chorizo. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family, and if you recreate this recipe, please don't forget to tag me on any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.